Okay, so this is gonna be a redo of What If Deku Lived in Wakanda. So let's get into it.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah.
So, well, yeah, this could be the redo of What If Deku lived in Wakanda. If you guys read my community tab, you will know why I'm doing this. And if you didn't see, I'll explain it. Basically, the actor who played Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, I think that's how you say his last name. Oh yeah, he passed away on the 28th. And yeah, it's very sad. And I wanted to do something special for him. And yeah, I figured that I would redo this series. At first, I wanted to just continue the series because like it's been a while since I posted the last part to this the to What If Deku Lived in Wakanda. And the reason being, like, I wanted to redo it instead of posting another part is because like I didn't really like the way I was like doing it. Um, I had no idea where it was gonna go, so I just decided to redo it. So with that out of the way, let's start. So we start a story off with Inko Midoriya. She is around like she is around 20 years old, and she's a tour here, and she's taking a tour around Africa, and then they're just like there's a bunch of other tourists with her, like they're like just walking around, and eventually they would make it to like they eventually Inko would just like wander off by herself because she was just like interested of like all like the different animals and plants that they have. So like she just started to wander around until she got lost, and eventually she would eventually come to this weird spot that like to her it just looks like a regular like another regular spot like in Africa, but something like just doesn't feel like right with her. So like she gets closer and she sticks her hand out, and she notices that her hand just went through something, and she just freaks out. And but she like she decides to like go through, like, I don't even know what it is, the barrier. Yeah. So she goes through the barrier, and like what she sees, like she just sees like a giant city like with like really advanced technology. And I must say it's a lot more advanced that than like Wakanda, like in the MCU or like in the comics. It's way more advanced. It looks like really futuristic. And yeah. So she's just amazed. And I must say that an alarm would go off and say to warn like everyone to like hide, and because there might be like an intruder in Wakanda. So then like a bunch of like people would start like coming out trying to look for Inko, and Inko doesn't really know what's going on. So like she gets scared, and she like wanders, or like she starts running towards like a few bushes that were nearby, and like a couple of trees. So she um like she hides there, and eventually, like, she would be waiting for so long that she would just pass out, because I'm gonna say, like, it was like dawn, like close to like nighttime, so she would just pass out. And like the next morning she would wake up and she's like in this room, and all she sees are like men with like weapons in hand, and and she sees a king. And I'm gonna say, well, yeah, I'm just make it that um T'Challa is is the king. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna just say that. So T'Challa would say like, you there, like, why have you come to this place? And Inko would just say like, oh, like I don't know, I'm sorry for intruding, I didn't mean to. And I'm gonna say one of like the guards there, like he would say like, yeah, like she should be punished for that, king, my king. And T'Challa would say like, now settle down, let's not rush into things. What is your name, young ma'am, yeah. And Inko would say, my name is Inko Midoriya. And then he would say, Inko, huh. Guards, just put her in a cell and I'll come talk to her later. And they would say, understood, my king. And so they would pick her up and take her to like a cell. So she's locked in there for like a couple of hours until T'Challa would show up. And T'Challa would say like, so, like, do you have any reason, like why did you decide to come here and all that? And she would say that she didn't mean to, and she just arrived here by mistake. She never knew like about this place. And she also says that this place is like, what is this place called? And T'Challa would say, this is Wakanda. And Inko would say, Wakanda? I've never heard of this place. And he would say like, yeah, like it's not on the like any of the maps in the world. This is a hidden city, and it should stay that way. And Inko would say like, but why have you guys like been hiding for all this time? And T'Challa would say like, that's how things are. Like nowadays we have like special technology. If random people just got their hands on it, it will just start massive wars. And she would say like, oh really? And T'Challa, sorry, would say, yeah, like that's why we're hidden and we keep our technology in here and we don't take it out. We only keep our technology in here. And I'm gonna say that he's wearing his Black Panther suit. I'm gonna say it's like more advanced than the one that he had in like his movie, like in the Black Panther movie. It's more advanced than that one. And she would ask like, are you a hero? Like, what's that suit for? And T'Challa would say, yes, I am a hero. And my name is Black Panther, or my hero name is Black Panther. And she would say, like, Inko would say, like, oh, really? Like, I've heard of you. Like, you're an amazing hero. And T'Challa would say, yeah, I am. But, and he would ask if she is from Japan. And she would say, yeah, like, how did you know? And, he would just say that he can tell. And he has, like, he, like, scanned her, like, before she, like, woke up. And to see like what her name was and like her nationality, and it came up as Japanese. And he would say like, well, in Japan it's different from like other parts of the world. For example, we don't have like a hero chart in America or here. Like heroes are like we're still government funded, but we have no ranks. We're just heroes. Like we don't like get ranked from like popularity and like crimes that we like yeah, crimes we stop. We like that's only like a Japan thing. And shoot, like Inkote, oh really, like I never knew that. And Black Panther or T'Challa would say, yeah, it's like honestly I don't know why you guys do it that way in Japan. It just doesn't seem right to me, but that's just my opinion. And she would say, yeah, I totally get it. So they would continue talking for like hours, and I must say that T'Challa would bring her food, and eventually they would like he would let her go, and she would eventually they would eventually become like friends, and then boyfriend and girlfriend, and then they would get married like years later. And then like years later they would have their first child, Deku. And just like the first what if, like he's half African and half Japanese. So for like basically like the like Deku's life has just been like amazing since his father is the king of this like of Wakanda, like the place that he lives in, and he is basically spoiled. But his mom and his dad always told him to not like become like not not become arrogant because he is spoiled. So like Deku is still gonna be like Deku, like the normal canon. The only difference is that he is not a crybaby, and he is like he's a lot smarter than canon Deku. So basically, at the age of 7, I'm gonna say that that's when like Deku started to become like really smart, like smarter for like I would say that he has like learned like high school like material at the age of seven, and this will like surprise like his parents, but like like but not really like T'Challa, or yeah, basically Black Panther, because like he was like studying like high school material at a young age, just like Deku. So like it still surprised him, but just not as much. So eventually, I'm gonna say like when Deku reaches the age of 10, this is when he like like T'Challa would like bring him into like where like they make technology, and like where he made like where he like when people made his suit. And he would have also he would see like all sorts of like different technology. He'll be able like he would see like technology that can make things invisible, and like it like basically it's nanotechnology. And T'Challa would say like, well, Midoriya, what do you think? And Deku would say, I like it, Dad, like it's pretty cool. And T'Challa would say, well, yeah, it is pretty cool, son. One day you'll be the king of this place when I give up the throne to you. And Deku would say, really? And he would say, yeah. I don't have much time left. Well, I still have a lot more time, but when you're finally old, like when you're old enough, you'll be like you'll be able to become the king, the next king of Wakanda. And Deku would get like excited, and he would be like, "Oh, cool! I can become a king, like of this place, and I can rule everything." And T'Challa would like kind of laugh, and he would say like, "Yes, like everything, and like this whole city." And I must say that like that also like Deku has been like getting trained by T'Challa. Like I'm just gonna say that like he has been getting trained, and I'm gonna say that T'Challa is quirkless. So like Deku just became like Deku's like just quirkless like in canon. So like but that doesn't really like like stop Deku from like training really hard. I like really like it like because like he's quirkless, like that makes him more like motivated to become a hero because he like wants to be like quote unquote the first quirkless hero. Like even though his dad is a hero. Anyway, so he would get trained by his dad, and he would be like he would be really good at different martial arts. I don't know like the martial arts that Black Panther knows. I just know that he's like really good at hand to hand combat. So yeah, Deku is like a really like he's really good at hand to hand, like from like at a young age. I would say like 13. So yeah, eventually when like Deku reaches the age of 15, um like Midori Inko wanted to go back to Japan, and Deku wanted to like go to UA. No, like he was 14 when he wanted to go UA. Yeah. So like Deku's 14, and so like him and Inko would just like would go visit, I guess. Like they won't like they would live there, like in Japan from now on. Well, like his dad, like Deku's dad still wants to go, like he wants to visit Japan, but he can't since he's like the king of Wakanda, so he can't leave. So like the news would spread around Wakanda that the queen and the prince are leaving Wakanda to like move to Japan. And at first like they don't really like the idea, but like after like they hear like that the prince wants to be a hero, and he wants to attend like the best hero school in Japan, not in the world, just in Japan. So like then they become like supportive of Deku and Inko, and they would and instead of just going to a regular airport, like they would have like their own jet, and I can't remember the name of the jet or like that they had in the movie. It's similar to that. It's just way more advanced. So like they would like use it, like they would take that, and I want to say like they already bought a house in Japan, and it's huge. It's like a mansion. It's like I want to say it's about the size of Momo's house. So yeah. And so when they arrive, like they have all of their stuff. Like they brought like nanotechnology as well. Like at first T'Challa didn't really want to, and also vibranium. I can't forget that. I almost forgot it. I almost forgot vibranium. Oh my god. Anyways, so like they would have vibranium and nanotechnology in their house. So eventually Deku, like you'll be training, or not training, he will like be like sent to school, and this is his first time going to like I want to say a public school, because like I want to say like he went to a private school for like really smart people. Yeah, I'm gonna say like this school I want to say like he it goes like it's the same school that Ito went to, like Some Academy. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what it's called. So like, so he would go there. Is that a private? Honestly, I can't. I think it's a private school. Yeah, I would just make it a public school. Why the heck not? But most of like the kids there are really smart. So, the teacher would introduce Deku to like the class. I'm gonna say that Ida is not in his class. No, I'm gonna say Ida's in his class, and Ida would just like go up to him and introduce himself, and Deku would like introduce himself to Ida, and they would like start to like talk during class, and like they would become friends. And I would say it's the last day of school, and the teacher would start explaining like, so I see like a couple of you guys want to be take the entrance exams for UA high school, and the teacher would say like these like few students Azuko Midoriya, Tenya Ida, and a bunch of other random people. So like all of them are gonna take the test, like the entrance exam, and like I wish you the best of luck. And so like the school day ends, and I'm gonna say that like they would like Ida is a lot stronger in this one, because I'm gonna say that Deku like taught Ida how to kick more proficiently, and I'm gonna say that Ida can't knows how to like use his hands instead of just like throwing kicks. So Ida, like, sorry for that long pause, like Ida is like really good at not martial arts, just hand-to-hand combat. And yeah, like he thanks Deku for like all the training that he's done, but he says that he's going to be training on his own for the next 10 months. And Deku would say like, "Oh, okay, no problem, man. I'm going to be training too." And Ida would say like, "Oh yeah, yeah. Like once you see me again, I'm gonna be way stronger. I'm gonna be a lot stronger than you." And Deku would say like, "Oh yeah, we'll have to see." And like they laugh and they part ways. And I would just say that Deku, I'm gonna say that like Deku brought like, he has like gadgets at home, and he basically has a hoverboard in his backpack or like in his pocket. It's just like a tiny little cube, but then it just like he like sets it on the ground and it just becomes a hoverboard. Like so he goes like around like the corner of a building, and he just like takes it out of his pocket and just places it on the ground. And the hoverboard would form, and he would get on it and just fly home. Like instead of being like in the open, he's like taking like the long way home. Like he's going through like the forest, so like no one can see him, like in the city. Eventually, Deku would arrive home, and his mom would greet him. No, yeah, his mom would greet him, but before that, like his AI would greet him, like when he opened the door. Like I want to say the AI is like Puma. Yeah, like from like the same one from the last What If one. Here, never mind. Anyway, so like the AI name is Puma, so like it would say like good afternoon, like Mr. Midoriya, like anything to assist you. And then Deku would like say like, "Oh hey Puma, nothing today, like maybe later." And Puma would say like, "Okay, like your mother is in the kitchen preparing food for you." And Deku would say, "Okay, thanks Puma." So Deku would walk in to the kitchen, and then his mom would greet him. And Deku would like smell the food, and he would say like, "Hey mom, that smells really good." And she would say like, "Yeah, like I wanted to try something different, and Puma like recommended this like type of food." And Deku would say like, "Did you, Puma?" And Puma would say, "Yes, I did." And he would say like, "Oh, interesting." So like they would like the food like would be like finished, and they would like go to like the table and just eat it, and it's actually really good. And Deku would say like, "Oh wow, this is really good." And Inko would say, "Yeah, it is. Like it's a lot better than I thought." And Puma would say like, "Yeah, like I wanted to like find the best recipe on the internet." And like Deku would say thanks mom and thank you Puma, and they would say like no problem. So Deku like would pick up his plate and like wash it, and then he would I would say he would open up an elevator, like he would yeah like they have an elevator yeah they have an elevator in their house, and he would go in it and just press the down button, and I would say it's like a clear elevator. It's like made out of glass, or not. Not I would say like it's a special type of metal. Like it looks like a normal elevator from like. Or nah, I'll just say it's like a really. It's just a strong a really glass. It's just a glass elevator. So, like he and when like he like he's basically in this giant place. It's like it just has like all this technology that he's been working on over the years. Or not, yeah. Well, not really years. Just like all the stuff that he's been working on since like he moved to Japan, and he's been working a lot. So he has like a bunch of technology, and he has like a bunch of suits. He's basically Iron Man, but just instead of having like like just Iron Man suits, he has Black Panther suits, and they're all in different designs. They're like green, like the purple one from the movie, and the yellow one from the movie as well. He just has a bunch of them, and he has like a bunch of monitors everywhere. There's like holograms, and like there's like blueprints everywhere. It just looks really cool and futuristic. And he would say like, oh, like Deku would say like he like sit at his desk and he would say like, okay, time to do this homework. No, no, he wouldn't have homework because it's the end of the school. Yeah, that was like his last day of school. I forgot. So he wouldn't have homework. So he'd be working on a few things, and then eventually he would like ask Puma for help, and Puma does help him. And this he was working on like this training simulator. So basically he makes a physical hologram, and I don't even know if that's a real thing. I don't even know if it's called a hologram. But basically he made a projector that makes a physical hologram, like which basically is like a hologram, but like you can actually touch it, and it actually like looks like a human, and it actually like yeah it has a shadow. So yeah, I would just call it a physical hologram. So like he made like a bunch of those. No, he would only make one. Yeah. So he would make one, and he would like set it up. So and he like made it so like to fight, so like hand to hand combat and martial arts. So he would be training with that. So yeah, so he'll be training like really hard. He has become more athletic than he like I would just say like the 10 months have passed, and he's way more athletic, or like he's like has more muscle. He's a lot more fit. He's just basically stronger than he was like before the 10 months. And I'm gonna say Deku is I'm gonna say he's 5'10" in this one, so he's like the same height as Ida, but he's like built like Mirio. So eventually like since Deku since Deku's quirkless, he would actually take the recommended test. Cause I'm gonna say that it was just like since he was like really smart, he had the opportunity to take the recommended test, and so he does like take the recommended test. Like he would arrive at the recommended test area, and he would see like Momo, Todoroki, and like other people, That yeah, and Ida is not there, so and he would say like, "Huh, where's Ida?" Like he had a bunch of recommendations. Like I wonder if he just decided to take the regular exam. Huh. Whatever. So I want to say Aizawa is there. He's like the person in charge of the recommended test this year. And he would like start explaining that for this test that they would just do like a physical test, and kind of like it's basically the test that they did at in the first day of school. And after like they take that test, I must say that Deku didn't score like the highest, but he didn't like he's not the lowest. I must say like he is in fifth place. Yeah, in fifth place, that's pretty high. So I must say that Aizawa is intrigued by Deku, and he would look at his papers, and it would say that he's quirkless, and Aizawa is kind of shocked by this because like how can a quirkless person like take a recommended test? And I must say that on his paper it says like he's real like how smart he is, and like even though he has no quirk, he's really strong. So like Aizawa's kind of worried about Deku that like the next thing they're gonna do is like a one-on-one fight, and he's kind of scared for Deku that he might get like getting like might get like hurt. I guess yeah, whatever. So they finish their physical test, and Aizawa would pull Deku aside. He would say like, "All right, like I looked at your paper, Midoriya, is that right?" Deku would say, "Yes, yes, sir, it is." And he would say like, "Huh, I noticed that you were quirkless." And Deku would say, "Yeah, I am. Is there a problem?" And Aizawa would say like, "It's not a problem. It's just that we're gonna do a one-on-one fight, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to handle yourself. Like these people like these kids have quirks, and you're the only one here that doesn't have one. And I don't want you to get hurt, and like if you want to drop like leave like you would like don't if you don't want to finish the test, like I understand." And Deku would say like, "I don't want to leave. I want to take this test and pass." And Aizawa would say like, "But you're quirkless." And Deku would say, "It doesn't matter if I have a quirk or not. If I like, it's just all about like spirit and like house. Like you don't need a quirk to be strong." And like and Deku would say like, "I've made it this far without a quirk, so like I can like I'm strong. Like I'm stronger than you think." And Aizawa would say like, "Okay, like fine. Just don't just don't say anything when you get hurt." And Deku would say like, "Oh, okay, whatever." So Deku would go back to the rest of the kids. Then Aizawa would say that they're gonna do a one-on-one fight. And I'm gonna say that Deku would get like Deku's match would be like the first one. And I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna name this person, but I'm gonna give him a quirk. I'm gonna say it's just basically an enhancement type quirk, and it just enhances their body. So I'm gonna say like it gives off like an aura, so like Deku can tell that he's using his quirk. So when Aizawa would say like start the match, the kid would just like charge at Deku, but Deku like saw this coming, so he would jump up and do an axe kick, and hitting the kid in the in the back of the head and just completely knock him out. And everyone is just shocked by this, that the kid just got knocked out by one hit. And Aizawa would say, "Huh, maybe I underestimated this kid." So eventually, everyone else, I would say like everyone had one match. So like half of the kids that were there were are now gone. So I want to say that. No, I want to say that instead of half, I would say like it's only Deku, Momo, and Todoroki that made it through, and the rest like just failed. So and as I would say, so you all three passed the exam, and Deku would say, "Really?" And as I would say, "Yeah." Like I I I have underestimated you, Midoriya. I'm sorry. And Deku would say, "Yeah, no worries. Like people do underestimate me, but hey, it's just a part of not having a quirk." And I want to say that Todoroki and Momo would hear this, and Momo would say, "Wait, you don't have a quirk?" And Deku would say, "No, I don't have a quirk." And Todoroki's intrigued by this, and Momo would ask, like, "But how did you get a recommendation? And like, how did you even how did you get a recommendation if you don't have a quirk?" And Deku would say, like, you don't need a quirk to be strong. And my dad is quirkless and he's a hero. So like, why can't I be a hero? And Aizawa would Aizawa would actually say, like, your dad's a hero. And Deku would say, yeah, he is. And Aizawa would say, what's his hero name? Deku would say, like, well, he's not here in Japan. He's actually, like, right now he's an American hero. So, like, his name is Black Panther. And Aizawa would say, Black Panther, huh? Never heard of him. And Deku would say, well, yeah, he's in America, but right now he's in Africa. And Aizawa would say, like, why? And Deku would say, like, I don't know. He said, like, he had to do, like, a mission over there. It's been a while since he, like, returned back. But he's doing fine. And Aizawa would say, oh, okay. Like, so, like, to hide the fact that his dad is the king of Wakanda. So so they would, like, all three of them would, like, kind of like tell, like, say bye to each other, and they would, all three of them would make their way back home. Like, I want to say that Todoroki and Momo, like, go off in the same direction, and Deku would go the opposite direction, and he would, like, go around the corner and, like, take out his hoverboard and just fly home. And he would arrive. He would, like, get greeted by Puma and his mom, and and Inko would say that, did you pass, honey? And Deku would say, yeah, I passed. Like, and Inko would say, oh, that's great. Like, I'll make you something special to celebrate. And Deku would say, thanks, mom. And she would ask, like, when's the first day of school? And Deku would say, in a week. And Inko would say, oh, that's good. Like, you have more time to prep. And Deku would say, yeah, I'm really excited that I passed, and also really happy. And she would say, I know, honey. Like, I'm proud of you. He would say, thanks, mom. And Puma would say, I'm proud of you too, Mr. Midoriya. Deku would say, thanks, Puma. So I'm gonna end it off here. I hope you guys like this part. Subscribe and like. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
That body, baby, show me.